Greetings all, Captain Walker Slayer here today. Today I'm doing a video basically on what happened all last week. Because last week I was on holiday and surprisingly I've got a bunch of luck on holiday. So the luck I got was, well, this was around about Sunday I got her. But basically I pulled Pamela, a second one, which I'm going to keep as a 5-star, mainly for 5-star arenas defense teams, because she's pretty good defensively. Like, I definitely use her as a defense leader in arenas. As you can see, I've maxed out her rush, which is pretty fast. Behind the command, she's even faster. What else? I got Aries, either way. I got her, and looking at her set, I might actually use her for arenas and stuff, because that reflect is pretty good. I don't know. I'm considering keeping her as a 5-star for arenas also, but I don't know. From what I've seen, she can be a bit of a pain in the butt, especially with that taunt and all that. I also got Jessie, which was from the treasure event, and she is definitely a toon you definitely want to ascend. Right? So, up to 4 teammates get defense down block, 200% plus defense, and focus for 4 turns. That's the 4 teammates, right? That's pretty good. Defensively, she's amazing. Put her behind a Pete Anderson, lead, put in a meal or two, and, put in a pre or something, and that's a pretty solid defense team you got there. Heal over time, I'm not too excited about. It starts off good, and then heals 4 teammates for 3 turns. That's pretty good. Now for weapon, I'll possibly go for focus stun, or just a stun weapon, because that'd be pretty much useful for her. People will be trying to get rid of her on the defense team, and you want to stop them from killing her instantly. But yeah, she's a pretty good toon, got neutralize and all that. I also got Sherry from the 5-star recruit, which I also got her in my second account, which I haven't really used her in there because my second account is massively low compared to my main, right? But yeah, I'd say she's kind of alright. She deals strong trait damage, so that is good, because when people see her, you expect her to do tough damage, but strong damage is good, because use it on a fast toon, it does a lot of damage. That's up to 3 enemies, so pretty much good against a melee team. Those enemies get 75% attack down for 2 turns. This character regains 100% of a max HP. Now that is pretty good, especially with a special skill, Overheal, which basically if she's healed beyond 100%, she gets bonus HP. And we all know that's a pain to get rid of, right? Her active is pretty good. Stuns 2 enemies for 3 turns. That's amazing control, right? And her weapon, when being attacked, 50% chance to regain 20% HP. That is the amount of times I've came across that and got annoyed because of it is horrendous. I get annoyed whenever I see this toon on defense team. Right. Another toon was Mirabel, which is the second one for me, but I'm definitely going to keep her for 5-star arenas, because that rush is better than a 6 stars rush. Like, a 6 stars rush is just, yeah, it does damage, but it stuns one enemy, 3 enemies, right? But this one stuns like 4 enemies, and it's a lot faster, so you could kind of see which is a win here. I think I'd add a stun weapon, or I think a splash damage weapon, or I don't know. I'm just gonna say stun because she'd be just generally stunning them, and plus she's a command, so that's another bonus. Command tunes are always the best, right? I also got Clementine, which I say is a great tune, because not only because she's an S class, but because of her weapon, which is crosshairs when attacking, right? Which, is great. You add that onto a bleed team, and you win. There's job done, right? Remove all positive status effects from the enemy and or adjacent enemies. So pretty much, if you use a tune with trauma, you definitely want Clem with her. That's all I'm gonna be saying, right? Active, focus, recover, impair, and AP gain. Right, she gets 20 AP, and considering how her rush is a 76 AP rush, that is pretty good. Well, there's a reasonable amount of chunk into a rush. Right, let's see, this character gets focus for 2 turns, and up to 3 teammates recover from impair. That is pretty alright. Pretty decent. Yeah. Who else did I get? Got Lydia, which I'm happy I got her, because her, leader skill, yeah, it's a large bonus, kind of wish it was a huge one, but, she's a rainbow lead. That's all you can ask for nowadays, is a rainbow lead that is reasonably good. Her, rush is great. Delirium, all alert enemies get impair for 2 turns, or strong get heal reduction for 3 turns. All fast team enemies get stun for 1 turn, and tough gets confused for 2 turns, which is pretty good when you're against like a team, right? She's pretty much a multi-tool of your team, really. She does a whole load of stuff for the team. She also has AP drain, which up to 3 enemies get, minus 30 AP. That's alright, I'd definitely use that occasionally, and for weapon, I'll just give her a stun. I also got Willie, insert joke there, and all that. Surprisingly, he is a great tune. Like, I've used him a bit, and he's pretty good. Like, he's a pretty smart tune, and that's all I'm gonna say. Like, his setup is smart. Like, a line of enemies get, trauma, and he recovers them, so that means they're going to be getting damage no matter what. Like, that stun and heal reduction. I think, depending on the amount of debuffs they have, I think that increases the damage. I think. I don't fact check me on that. Like, don't say, oh, he said that. Like, I'm just saying that I think it does that. So, I think you could pile up a bunch of debuffs on an enemy and use his rush and active, and there you go, done. And his weapon's also great, considering how he's a overheal tune, because every turn he gains 25 HP each turn. That is pretty good. Like, it just guarantees that he's gonna be getting healed every turn. Right. What else? I got Violet. There's not much to say about her, which has already been said. for a weapon, I'd probably give her a Victor's recover hammer, because that is pretty good. Slater's good. Like, he's one of the tunes that free to play desperately needed, right? Because the amount of revives he does. His weapon is also good, and plus he's a commands, and like I said earlier, commands are what fuel the game, right? If you don't have a command on your team, how can we guarantee that your team's gonna win? And last but not least, Harper, which I'm way too excited about, getting her when I got her. She's a great disarm. Not perfect because of the, latest S-Class disarm, but she's definitely second place, right, with her leader skill, dealing defense down and attack down, 50%, to all enemies, which is good. We desperately needed that, right? Focus and crit up, use that, and boom. She'd be landing her disarms a lot more, which disarm is great, because say if you have an enemy which has stun on their third slot, you can immediately get rid of that stun, which is amazing, right? For a weapon, what I'm currently doing is I'm replacing that defense with crit, just so it's more, likely for her to land a crit and disarm them, because crit is based off of, disarm is based off of crits. So the more crits you get, the more disarms you get. And I originally thought the stun was based on it, but it's just random chance, right? I'm also going 5-star it and go for crit expert, just so it's a guaranteed disarm each and every turn, right? Because that's what you want with a disarm team. You want them to disarm, you don't want them to just attack them and then nothing happen. You want them to disarm, right? That should be it. Oh, one other thing. I also got my first ever rampage weapon. So what I'm going to just be doing is increasing that attack, right? Yeah. I'm super happy that I got a rampage weapon, finally. But yeah. I'm making some reasonable progress to getting Priya. I just need 2k more, and then another 2k, and then have S-Class Priya, and finally I have her. I'm only a 5-way from Rosita, which desperately I want that Rosita because she is good. And that's it. That should be it for today's video, guys. It's just a quick little update on what happened last week, whilst I was on holiday. I managed to get on the game most of the time, every day of the week, and that's basically should be it for today's video, guys. Remember to like and subscribe, and because we recently hit the 50, we recently hit 50 subs. Now let's try and get to 100, shall we, guys? Anyway, that should be it for all today's video, guys. Remember to like and subscribe.